Hello everybody and welcome to PappaBearGaming. We're going to try out a new game I played around with for about a week and finally got time to record, called Medieval Dynasty. So let's get into this game and see what it's all about.
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks, I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
Well, that intro music makes me want to march off and go to war myself. It's pretty uplifting and encouraging to get going there. I love the artwork in the beginning, the splash screens. It looks like a real oil painting. It's amazing. So here we are, starting a new life. We have to talk to Castellan Unigast. Normal controllers, you know, WASD. You can see the key bindings in the settings of the game when you start to play. There's a lot of things to collect on the way, but I'm going to get right into the gameplay. So I'm a little late to the party here, and people have been playing for a few weeks, and I'm a newer YouTuber. I want to just kind of get in and give people a preview for all my, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 viewers that watch my channel. Just trying to get some entertainment for people because some of us are still stuck at home. There's a lot going on in the world, so just trying to keep people happy and occupy them. I love the graphics. I think they're great. I think the interactiveness in the chat, how you can chat with people is great. Little ducky. Or goose, sorry. So if you see at the top in my compass, it'll show there's Unigast right there. Hey stranger, what brings you to our valley? You don't look like a merchant or a pilgrim. I'm going to answer with no, I am not. Rasimir is my name, and I came from the south looking for my uncle Jordan. In his old home, they called him Lorden the Raftsman. Jordan? Ah yes, he told me once about his life on the river. You came to the right place, but a few years too late, I am afraid. Why that? What happened to my uncle? He was a great man and even better friend. As a good craftsman and excellent trader, he made a small fortune here. See the tavern over there? He built and ran it, as well as many other shops you will find in the valley. I'm going to go with the first one. My mother told me that he got wealthy in the north. I had no idea how wealthy, but that doesn't answer my question. Well, that, you know, you would think, I don't know, I guess in the Middle Ages, a little more brutal time period, but just your uncle got himself killed as leading it off. Not a, well, do you want to sit down, or maybe we should go to the tavern and get a drink? No, he just throws it in my face. He had this idea of a huge trade with the German kingdom to the west. 5 carts filled with the best iron ore, beautiful colored linen, and our excellent beer. Pulled by 10 oxen, he was not fooling around, I can tell you that much. My uncle is dead? His wealth is gone? Now, here's where you get whiny. I came all the way here for nothing. Well, didn't you kind of leave because of war and came to make your way anyway? And I guess I was expecting a free ride from my uncle is why I came here. His truck got ambushed by bandits. His carter slaughtered. He must have put up a good fight. Took two with them to death. From what we saw when we searched for him. I buried him myself. Or better, what the wolves left behind. I'm sorry to be the bearer of such news. I can craft simple tools. I can collect my necessities from the wilderness. I know how to count and to barter. Don't say that. I will let a nephew of Jordan go to waste. And even if most soldiers forgot fast what we owe your uncle, I have no intention to join him there. I am the Castellan, and my word still carries weight. So tell me, can you build your own fortune? Oh, I guess that was before I would read you what I said. That's good enough. I may not have good news. I might not have goods or gold to offer, but you can have as much land here as you want. Not sold, but granted to you for life. Build a house, grow vegetables, keep some livestock, and follow your uncle's dreams. Are you serious? My own land? As much as I want? And there's the catch. As much as you put to good use, my boy. And as long as you can pay your taxes. I understand. Do you have any advice for me to start with? You can cut down trees to build your house. Reeds grow by the river. It will work well for a roof. Do you have some food with you? Not much. I had to make my way here, running away from home because of a war. What is it? What do I have, like a backpack? If necessary, you will find several vendors in your village, our village. If you don't have any money for food, you can always look for mushrooms in the forest or hunt animals. Maybe I could earn some coins somehow. Sure, you can talk to people here or in other villages. Maybe someone will pay you for your help. Thank you so much for the advice. It's time for me to find the right place. Let me see. I have something special for you. This is the hammer your uncle used to build the house in which he grew old. What better tool could you use to build your first home there? Thank you very much. See you next time. So this gives you a menu and explains some things like your inventory, how to do the construction wheel. Inspector mode is super handy, and we'll get to that. So now, we're going to not waste any time and make the long trek to where is a good place to live and build your own little village. M key will bring up the map. There's some explanations here. You can shift through different things and that highlight or particularly show other things besides what's listed here. Temperature, time of year, time, the year, everything like that. So, the best place I found to build is here. I've tried building here, not enough flat land. Here, still not enough flat land. Crazily, I tried to build here once, which was gorgeous, but not enough flat land. So this seems to be the area. This is your main village you're going to go work out of in the beginning for doing quests and things and getting people. So it's a little bit of a trek, but I find it worth it because you have more land here to spread out to than even these towns have. So it's worth going to. Along the way, because it's a little bit of a long run, I don't want to overburden myself with a bunch of weight, but I am going to pay attention to straw, the reeds growing along the side of the river, and I'm going to pick them up, at least to make a house, so I don't have to run back out. The green bar on the left, as you see, is your stamina. So as I hold down shift while I'm running, it's quickly playing out. And, you know, the red is your health, the yellow is your food, and the blue is your water. Water is the... Oh, that's important. I'm going to get that. Rocks are a little bit important. You need them to make an axe and some sticks, and axes are important to gather trees, so kind of lifeblood. There's a lot of rocks down by the water, so they're worth getting if you can, but don't, again, overburden yourself. Oh, I'll grab this one. I have a problem picking up rocks all the time, so I had to avoid them. I'm kind of like another YouTuber, Game Edged. 7 Days to Die, he picks up rocks all day and night. Berries are not ripe until the fall or towards the end of spring, so I don't grab them. You can get easy, quick money in the beginning with them, though. They sell for a gold a piece, so after only about a few minutes, you can gather like 200 berries, so it adds up very quickly, and it's very profitable at that point. I wish that they would add markers on the map so that we could easily get to somewhere and have some kind of waypoint to follow. To drink water, it's that simple. Hold down E. These are not the reeds you collect, even though they're the ones people are probably most used to seeing. Some of the ones we'll get are down the end here. Maybe there isn't. Oh, I thought there was some down on the end. Okay. There is some up here, what we're going to grab. And it's just holding E. I try to grab 50 in the beginning here. I don't need 50, but it gives you a couple extra to make a torch. Which I'll get to that in a minute also. Now you can either count what's popping up on the top left of my screen, or just simply after you get a feel for getting a certain amount, you can check your inventory. Inventory is I like normal. This will explain it. Let's see, I've already got 41, so. That should be good. So now we'll go back to the map and check how far we've gotten. Not far enough because we're still going here. I also wish for this game they gave you the ability to build bridges, because there are some bridges across the water, but not as much as I'd like. One playthrough I did build a house on an island, but it got annoying trying to swim back and forth to get to the main area. That's why I wish they had bridges, because it would make it a little easier to walk across a bridge to your rest of your, village over here. So this is a wide open flat area. So you can do here, or you can go over there. Maybe we'll do here. It's a little closer. So, to build a house, we're going to need to make an axe. So hit Q, go to crafting. See, we need 8 more sticks. Sticks pretty simple. You see these right here. Just 2, 4, 6. And you see the chapter 1 new beginning quest at the top. So everything I'm doing is just fulfilling that quest. Okay, so now if you go into your inventory, it has it assigned to 1. I always put mine to 5. You click on a tool or a weapon and you hit a number. So I put mine at 5, and I'm going to put my hammer at 6. And you click on the torch and it tells you to hit F to equip it, and it'll put it in your F slot. So anytime you hit F, torch comes out. So now chopping down trees. There's 2 kinds of trees in the game. You have maple, which give you more logs per tree. So once you fell a tree, kind of stand over it, 2 hits. There you go. I got 4 logs. There are birch trees around. They only give you 2 logs. The bigger... Oh, there's pine trees too. I forgot about those. A guy from New Jersey forgetting about pine trees. Take my license away. Your pine trees will give you 3. The maples will give you up to 5 or 4. One of the 2. They're the real big ones you're looking for. All right, so I need 3 more trees to cut down. Now, if you look in my bottom left near my food and drink and stamina and health, there's a little weight. And if you look, it's going to tick up. See, I got branches out of that, so it went up. I am becoming overburdened. And with that means I move slower. So considering I'm going to build my house probably up front near the road here, I'm actually going to go here. The rocks that I have, hit X, E to maximize, F to drop. Same with straw, X, E, F. And the sticks, X, E, F. Now I'm not as bad. You can't sprint with shift while you're overburdened. So the reason I did all this, I'm going to clean these up real quick. I'm going to go back in my inventory, find my logs. Oh, actually, I have enough to make it. So you want to go up here to building, houses. There you go. Simple small house. And we're going to put it right there. So I hit 6 and it's going to bring up my hammer. Now, it doesn't seem to affect the game. So I like windows all around because it is a beautiful game. I love the scenery. So if you see there's an E for edit. If I hit E, I can go to a wall with windows. So I'm going to make it wood because I like having the log cabin look. So I'm going to do that for all of them. You later in the game can upgrade all your walls to up to stone. The big deal with that is for you, it doesn't really make an impact except for aesthetics to make it look good for you. What it does for your people, though, once you hire people, is that it makes them happier. So it is worth doing eventually, but right now I don't have the resources to gather all that. Same with the roof here. I'm going to go wooden roof. Now, this is a lot of logs. It's going to take me a long time to cut down all the logs for it. So I'm going to show you one wall, and then I'm going to finish it up, and you can see what it looks like at the end here. Now, if your stamina runs low, it's not like you take damage or anything like that, so you can run it low. You just slow down a lot. Just keep an eye on my weight. Also keep an eye on your food and water. You don't need to purify water. You can drink out of any moving water that it lets you. There's a swamp to the north where it doesn't seem to let you drink out of, but any streams or that main river there or anything you can drink out of. It's not a big deal. The only poisoning you can get is from certain kinds of mushrooms, rotted food, raw meat. This right here is the key to that. St. John's wort. It makes it so it takes away your poison. So now I've got a bunch of logs. Let me slowly drag myself over to this wall. And let's get building. Just a left click. And that's all it takes. All right, let me finish this up and I'll be right back after it's done. Okay, I'm back a little early. The reason is that I got a level up, I guess you would consider it in this game. So if you go here to skills, you'll see that there's an asterisk there. So, and this, it gives you an explanation of the skills. So your categories, you know, you go through because you have extraction, you have hunting, you have farming, diplomacy, survival, and crafting. When there's a yellow asterisk there, it means you have a point. Now, you can't get a tier 2 without having a tier 1 and all the way to tier 3. I take all my points and put them right away into the knowledges. The reason is that for every time I do something dealing with knowledge for extraction, I am only getting 1 point per action I'm doing it. But now I get 2 points per action. The cap's out at 3. So every time I chop down a tree, I'm getting a certain amount of points, but now I'm going to get double what I was getting before. Same thing here with survival. So you get points quicker is the whole thing about that, and it's well worth it to do so. Okay, I'll be back. So while I'm finishing up the house, which day is going by much quicker than I had anticipated, hit F, brings your torch out. You can actually still chop with one-handed, which helps when it gets dark out. So, my normal method is to chop far away first, and then as it gets closer to night, I will be, closer chopping. So this last batch here, and then the ones close to my house should be it, and my house should be done. And then we'll call it a night after I show you how to cook and save after I, because I'm running out of any kind of energy, it seems like, here, in theory, in roleplay ways. Your stats are not affected by you running out of food or water, except your health goes down fairly quickly. So your stamina stays the same, ironically. As an early access game, I enjoy this game immensely as it is anyway, let alone early access. I think they've done a great job. There's a lot here. There's a few bugs that I've seen. Not many. Actually, before I get too hungry or thirsty, I'm going to go down here and just load up. Inventory, we're going to eat an oat roll. Hit F. You see in the bottom right, there is a amount of time you're going to be able to use these tools before they start to break. So it's kind of good to keep some on hand, extra, or at least use, supplies to make them. Also down there, you will see there's a torch. That's how long your torch will burn for. As you get into the game deeper, there is another torch that lasts a lot longer. But you need leather to be able to make that, and currently we don't have any leather because I have not gone hunting yet. See, the roof takes a lot of logs. I might be wrong. I might not finish it with just the wood here. Up at the top, you're going to see there's the green tree, which tells you that it is spring. And there's 3 days per season. So you can see the first day is already counting down. So I need to get a move on. Also, there's my house. When you cut down a tree, there is actually feathers that will fall. Did I not fix this? I did not fix this. Wooden. There we go. There are feathers that will fall when you cut down a tree. If you're going to use the bow, the recurve bow, or the crossbow eventually in the game, it's not bad to start to pick them up. It's not a necessity because, trust me, a lot of trees get cut down. Once you have people working for you, they could eventually collect them for you also. So it's not too bad. There we go. We got a building unlocked, which is resource storage, which I will explain why when we get our house done and get inside before we go to sleep, why that's important. Now, where'd the other tree go I chopped down? There it is. I like how realistic the torch is. It doesn't give you unending light in a wide area. It's limited to your surrounding area like a real torch would be. I also like that it's right in your face, so you're a little blinded by the light while it's right there. So once we get up here and finish our home, so there's our home. So we go inside. It comes with a single bed, a double bed, storage, a campfire, and a cauldron. Now, we're going to light the campfire by holding down E. Now we get rid of our torch. We have a little bit of light in here, not much. In the campfire, you click E to cook. You can do roasted meat. You can do roasted meat that's out of raw meat. Then you can do it out of salted meat. You can make fish, and you can make fish out of salted fish. If you're up in the cauldron, here's where you make your recipes with different ingredients you have from farming, or you can buy them. And that's how you make those. Now, back to what the storage area is good for. So, this has 50 kilograms of space, which they start to go fast. There's already almost half. And if you remember, we dropped a bunch of stuff outside. I don't remember where it is. Well, here's the trick. If you hold down left alt, it'll show up. Now this eats up your stamina, but the fact is you don't lose things because you set them down. Because I would have lost those. So I'll run back in here, turn my torch off to save it. Put the rest of this in here. See, look at that. It's already 34 out of 50. So having that storage area built, which gives you 300 kilograms per each one, and yes, you can build more than one, and they're connected. So you can build one here and one on the other side of the map, and they will connect magically. That will give you a lot more storage space. So it's time to turn in. I just wanted to do this quick first video. We'll get to more action. Hunting is next up on the agenda for us to have some better food. And you can see here we've got quests that we can do. All 4 of these places with exclamation points, and then we have a question mark over here. So we have a lot to do, and we're centrally located, so it's not a bad thing. But thanks everybody for joining me. Have a great one. I can't wait to see you in Medieval Dynasty soon. Bye.